everyone, my name is Anton and I'm a crypto expert and a startup founder and entrepreneur, and I have been in the crypto madness for 10 years. And today we're going to talk about when Gary Gensler, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, was pitching you to build Uber on top of Algorand. So let's dive into details. If you invested $100 into Algorand when Gary Gensler, the chairman of the US regulator, Securities and Exchange Commission, was pitching you to build Uber on top of it, today you would exactly have $5. That's because it went down pretty much 95%. So what are we talking about here? So the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is one of the most important regulators in the US, actually had a life before he became a regulator. In that previous life, actually, he was also sometimes discussing blockchains or cryptocurrencies or blockchain technology. And there is a lecture or a presentation going or hitting the rounds on the internet, actually, where he was openly pitching people a particular blockchain. So namely, he was pitching Algorand blockchain, and he was mentioning how amazing it would be to build Uber on top of it because this is a superb blockchain. Now, first to say actually that Algorand actually is an amazing project. So it's actually a blockchain project tailored or focused to providing enterprise or governmental solutions where you can use blockchain for many different purposes. So it's an amazing project, And obviously in that context, we think, or I think, is that Gary Gensler was also mentioning Algorand and saying how it's so scalable, it's so fast, it's so low cost that you as an entrepreneur or a founder could build hypothetically Uber on top of it. So let me explain to you what is the catch here. So just recently, the Securities and Exchange Commission has decided to make a formal charge against a cryptocurrency exchange called Bittrex Global. Bittrex Global, at one point, actually back in 2014, was the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. So back then, or prior to that time period, the largest crypto exchange on the planet was called Mt. Gox, and one of the first ones. It spectacularly blew up, and kind of filling that gap, Bittrex found its place, and for a while, it was one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world, meaning it had the most traded volume. Today, Bittrex Global is a bit smaller exchange, but still, highly attractive for a lot of people because they list a lot of tokens, and you as a young project can go and list your token and enable your community to trade it. So the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, has decided to go after Bittrex for a specific reason and basically charge them of operating an unregistered securities exchange. Basically what they're saying here is that you ran an exchange, you didn't register with us, and that's why we want to file a lawsuit against you, basically. Now, buried into in this lawsuit or this charge against Bittrex is actually they also claim that certain tokens were actually financial securities, meaning you should apply a lot of regulation on top of it. And surprisingly, one of the tokens they mention is the token of Algorand blockchain. So isn't this funny, or can you believe this is happening? The chairman of the SEC, Gary Gensler, is basically pitching to you on one side to build Uber on top of Algorand. On the other side, obviously a few years later, he's basically saying that the token of Algorand blockchain is actually a financial security, meaning pretty much everything what everybody did in regards to Algorand, meaning Algorand itself issuing the token and spreading it out in its community, and all the exchanges, including Bittrex, enabling trading in that token is considered now illegal. This all doesn't make much sense, but also illustrates that the relationship between the US regulator and the crypto industry or the crypto community is dysfunctional at the moment, and that it doesn't work as planned. Now, I really want to point out one thing is that I had professional experience actually working with Bittrex Global and the team through my market making company, and my experience with them was always stellar, meaning that they were highly professional, they were highly aware of the regulatory challenges, they were highly aware of compliance, and overall I found it very good experience working with them, and I found them very, very professional. Hence, for me personally and also professionally, I was quite surprised when the US regulator decided to go against them, charge them for a specific reason, and basically said that they did illegal matters. Now, I leave the courts and the judge to do their legal work, but from my perspective, I think that this again illustrates a bit of a dysfunctional relationship between the regulator and the crypto industry, and hopefully in the near future we will have better terms and better ways of dealing and working with the regulators. Thank you for watching this video, subscribe to my challenge, and see you soon in the next video of You Cannot Make This Stuff Up.